Assalamualaikum, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to present the public participation and transparency in land acquisition. In introduction, the land acquisition allows the state to obtain private land for public purposes such as infrastructure development. In Malaysia, this power is governed by the Land Acquisition Act 1960 and protected by the Article 13 of the Federal Constitution. While land acquisition is necessary for development, it directly affects the private property rights. Therefore, this study examines whether land acquisition procedures in Malaysia are carried out with sufficient public participation and transparency. And the objectives of the studies are to examine the legal framework governing the land acquisition in Malaysia, to analyze the extent of public participation and transparency, and to evaluate the role of judiciary in safeguarding the landowner's rights through key court decisions. Next is public participation. Public participation includes the providing landowners with timely and adequate information, giving them genuine opportunities to object or be heard, and ensure that such objections are considered in good faith. When participation is merely procedural and does not influence outcome, it risks leading to administrative injustice. Next is transparency. Transparency requires a clear disclosure of the purpose of acquisition, rational and explainable valuation methods, and accessible information on landowners' rights and appeal mechanism. Without transparency, the fairness and legality of land acquisition decisions cannot be properly assessed. The first case is Semenyih Jaya versus the Pentadbiran Tanah Daerah Hulu Langat and another case. In this case of Semenyih Jaya, the federal court considered whether the compensation for acquired land could be decided by assessor instead of judges. The court held the compensation determination is a judicial function and must remain with the courts. This case significantly strengthened the transparency and accountability by ensuring that compensation decisions are reasoned, reviewable, and subject to judicial scrutiny. Although it did not expand the participation at the acquisition stage, it empowered the landowners to challenge unfair compensation to the courts. In case study number 2, the Superintendent of Land and Survey Samahan Division versus the Surianto Abdul Hamid and Anor, the issue concerned a long delay in compensation process following the land acquisition. The court emphasized that administrative delay should not be prejudiced to the landowners and allow adjustment to ensure fair compensation. This case enhanced the transparency by requiring rational and justified valuation methods, while public participation remain limited to the compensation stage rather than the decision to acquire land.
To continue, for case study 3, it is Bungsar Hill Holdings versus Pentadbir Tanah Daerah Petaling. So the key issue is fairness and rationality of compensation, which is from the post-Semenyih Jaya judicial approach. It was caught in a court of appeal. So what we can study from this case is the transparency first, the arbitrary valuation rejected, evidence-based reasoning required, and judicial oversight strengthened. Then the second one is public participant. Compensation hearing must be genuine and objection must be substantively considered. So in this another case study, Honan Plantations versus Kerajaan Negeri Johor and ORS. So the key issue is validity of acquisition purpose and the right to pre-acquisition hearing. So the court say no right to pre-acquisition consultation. state authority has wide discretion. So in here we can see in this case study on the transparency part, it is first limited to procedural compliance. Second, the accusation purpose deemed conclusive. For public participant, it is restricted to composition stage, exclude landowner from decision making. From all the case study, on the comparative analysis, first participant is procedural, not substantive. Second, transparency is stronger in compensation but weaker in area of acquisition. Third, judiciary play a corrective role. Fourth, landowner excluded from public purpose decision. So the challenge and weakness that we can see, first is limited consultation before acquisition. Second, broad administrative discretion. Third, information asymmetry. Fourth, weak influence of landowners in early stage. So what we recommend is, first, if we are going to change a new law, first, mandatory public consultation. Second, clear statutory definition of public purpose. Third, enhanced disclosure obligation. Fourth, stronger ADR mechanism. In conclusion, although Malaysian land acquisition law provide formal mechanism for participant and transparency, the practical effectiveness is limited. Judicial intervention has strengthened accountability, particularly in composition matter, but still the meaningful part of public participation at decision making stage still constrained.